Good morning, Forest. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Lynn.
And today's date is Monday, December 7th. And on today's show, we'll be taking a look at some important information and sports.
Today is the day we remember a tragic event in the U.S. that occurred 79 years ago. Let's head over to Coralie to hear about the impact Pearl Harbor had on our country.
December 7th marks the date for National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. On this day, a swarm of 360 Japanese warplanes followed, descending on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor in a ferocious assault. The surprise attack struck a critical blow against the U.S. Pacific Fleet and drew the United States into World War II. Many U.S. soldiers lost their lives in this attack. Pearl Harbor survivors, veterans, and visitors from all over the world come together to honor and remember the 2,430 service members and civilians who were killed during this attack. As you go through your day, remember the lives of those who sacrificed themselves for the nation. Reporting for WCAT, this has been Coralie. Now back to the anchors.
Seniors, any students who are opting to stay closer to home for college due to COVID and online classes should note that CF is going to waive the $30 application fee. There is an informational Zoom meeting on December 8th at 5 p.m.
Also, any students who participated in the Southeastern Youth Fair, make sure to check your scholarships on the website. The deadline is January 8th.
Also, students, you're invited to the Chorus Winter Concert on Thursday, December 10th and Friday, December the 11th at 7 p.m. Tickets are limited, so make sure to get your pre-reserved seats for $5.
One of the most popular events here on campus is coming up soon after the new year. Dance Marathon is an amazing event that we can start raising money for now.
Hey Lynn, have you registered for Dance Marathon yet?
Yes, I have, but if you haven't, search Donor Drive Forest High School on Google and hit register now.
If you or your club adopted a Christmas angel this year, all the gifts will be collected on this Wednesday, December 9th, so make sure to have all your gifts in.
Also, tomorrow is Panoramic Club Picture Day, so make sure to check in with your club sponsor to find out what time your club picture will be.
Speaking of clubs, this Thursday is our United Way Carnival, so if you want to participate in running a club booth, also reach out to your club sponsor.
Now let's throw it over to Mackenzie with our sports for today.
What's up, Forrest? I'm Mackenzie with your sports news for today. There will be an informational meeting for anyone interested in trying out for the baseball team in the spring on Tuesday, December 15th during CAT. Please see Coach Yancey in Building 11, Room 16 to pick up a CAT pass for this meeting. Boys basketball won against Westport last Friday with a score of 60-25 and play tomorrow at Denellen at 7:30. So make sure you come cheer and support our Wildcats. Last Friday, our girls soccer team had a close game against Vanguard with a score of 1-1. Let's throw it over to Blake to take a closer look at what happened at the game.
Last Friday, our varsity girls soccer team went against the Vanguard Knights in a game that left viewers on the edge of their seats.
As a team, I think we played really well. We were linking up passes and we were connecting, really, and which is something we've been lacking the past couple games. So seeing that in the Vanguard game and just seeing the team step up has been such a blessing to see. I think I performed okay. I definitely could have done better. I could have talked some more to my team and probably distributed some more. Probably could have played a little bit more confident as well.
With the game ending in a tie, our girls soccer team is looking for a way to improve on their performance.
I think our team can improve with our communication. We do a lot of things like without telling each other, and we need to work on that because we find ourselves putting a lot of gaps in the field, and that needs to be fixed because otherwise we're going to get ran straight through by some tougher teams. So we just need to start communicating and working together instead of one person doing one thing for the whole team.
Be sure to show up and support our Lady Wildcats as they take on South Sumner on December 15th at home at 7:30, and be sure to show up to future sporting events. Reporting for WCAT, this has been Blake. Now back to our anchors.
With Reagan Robinson to talk about the game. Reagan, this season has been very difficult with COVID-19 and regulations. What has differed in your practices?
Things that are different is that during practice we have to try to stay as socially distanced as we can just to, stop the spread. But it's also different seeing our coaches on the sidelines having to wear masks at game and at practice. So that's something that's different.
This last game was against our crosstown rivals Vanguard. How did the team feel going into the game?
I think we were all really nervous because we just wanted to come out with the win, but we all knew we had to go in and play our game the best we could. Unfortunately, we came out with the tie, but there's nothing we can do about that now.
This last game was very close and it was a tie. Was the team disappointed in the tie, and what does the team plan to do next to guarantee a win?
I think we were all disappointed because it was definitely our game. We definitely maintained possession throughout the whole thing and had lots of shots on goal. But we just have to keep our heads up and keep moving on for the next game of the season.
All right, thank you so much. The boys soccer team also won against Vanguard 3-0, and the boys soccer has a game tomorrow at the Villages at 7, so make sure to show up and support your boys. That's all your sports news for today. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, Mackenzie. It looks like our winter sports are going to have a great season.
Yeah, I agree. Also, the application window for school choice programs, including magnet, career, and technical academies, has already begun and ends January 31st, 2021.
If you're interested, there will be a virtual school choice expo Tuesday, January 8th and on January 21st from 6 to 7. These meetings will inform parents and students about various schools and programs offered through school choice.
As we are approaching the end of this year, there is one thing that has been for sure, and that is that COVID has had a major impact on everyone. One restaurant here in Ocala that has been hit hard by this pandemic is the Latin American Cafe, and Emma Beth had the chance to speak with one of the owners.
Some may say that food is the way to someone's heart, and the Camps family always makes it an effort to go in 100% of the time, especially for things like the Cuban steak sandwich.
We actually started the restaurant for many different reasons and for many different factors. One of them being my husband's health. Another one being how the current restaurant that we owned was. We had to get out of the other restaurant to stay closer into town and closer to home. Another factor definitely had to be the recession during the 2006-2008 time period. It had to have affected everyone, well, at least the majority, and within that, ourselves. Because of that and a bunch of other small things, we were able to be blessed and get a smaller location, and that's where we started. I stayed in the kitchen to cook all the Cuban food, while my husband, who was Cuban, was the one who promoted it all. We've been here for a year, and that's where we faced another problem.
Even with a special touch, efforts can be brought down by the struggles that arise.
The impact that my husband has on the restaurant, or at least before he was hospitalized. Most of the customers recognize Manny. He was the one that ran the dining room. He was the face of the front of the business. Lots of people know him. Lots of people love him and care for him. I was always in the back of the kitchen. It was only up until now that I started going to the front, and now people are putting a name to my face. With him having been in the hospital, it was really up to me, myself, to take care of the restaurant. Well, not really me myself. I do have my son and daughter to thank. COVID impacted our restaurant at the start, very, very negatively. So when COVID started, one of the first things that happened was they gave the mandate in Florida to close all restaurants and public places for 2 or a few weeks. Now I think as of 2 weeks ago, we are finally open to full capacity, indoors. They've been saying in the news they might go back down, but for now we're still open all the way.
With consistency as the key, the goal is to always push forward and continue the heart of the restaurant. For WCAT, this has been Emma Beth reporting.
Thanks, Emma Beth. And that's all the news we have for you today. To stay updated on all things Forest, make sure to follow us at FHS_WCAT on Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Once again, I'm Catherine.
And I'm Lynn.
Have a great day, Forest. And like always,
Go Cats!